Best show ever. Because,
Good?
I liked it. I'm gonna Facebook it. I liked it.
Awesome.
Hey, we love your show. You did great. Thank you.
But objectively speaking, it was a very good show.
oh, it was a really good show.
Oh no, it was a really good show.
Hi, Lupe. I really enjoyed it. Your family characters, because you did so funny. You were great. Good job.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good stuff. Cool.
I'm actually from the same town, so.
Nice, man.
Thundercats?
No, it is I, God.
Is there something I could do for you, God?
Those who live according to the flesh set their minds on the things of the flesh, but those who live according to the Spirit set their minds on the things of the Spirit. Focus. These people have come for a comedy show. Share your story.
I will. Let there be light! I was born in the mean, gang-infested, drug-filled, poverty-ridden streets of Schaumburg, Illinois. I had a hard life because there I was raised by my single mother and single father who were coincidentally married to each other. And when I was born, I was not your average looking baby.
Here it comes. It is a turd.
Ay, Dios mío, why did you hand me the afterbirth?
No, that is your son.
But he's so ugly.
That he is. I almost feel sorry for the little guy. Almost. Now, what will you name him?
Oh, I think I will name him Guadalupe.
Oh, after the Virgin of Guadalupe. Is that because you are Catholic?
No, I am naming him after La Virgen, because there's no way anyone will ever have sex with us. Look at how ugly he is. He's gonna stay a virgin forever.
After I was born, There we managed to squeeze 6 people in a facility that only had 2 bedrooms. So at nighttime, there was always a mad dash to claim where we were gonna sleep. My sister Gudenia would say, I get the bed near the window. And my sister Lucy would say, I get the bed near the wall. And I would say, I get the couch. And my sister Rosa would say, oh man, am I gonna have to sleep in the knife drawer again? See, that apartment was small by common sense standards, but it was considered a mansion by Mexican standards. And my dad would invite random cousins from Mexico to stay with us for months at a time. Oh, claro que sí, Jorge, yeah. You can stay with us. No, we got plenty of room. That's right, 2 bedrooms. And there's only 6 of us. Oh, claro. Bring the family también, sure. I hated that because that meant I was now going to have to sleep in the oven. So, when we were growing up, my sister, my oldest sister, was the biggest bully of the family. She would beat us up for fun. And I got tired of getting my butt kicked by girls, so I convinced my dad to let me take karate. Now, when you take karate, they teach you one choreographed move after another, which means for that move to actually be effective, she was going to have to attack me in that exact order. So, she was beating up my sister, and I had the opportunity to use what I learned against her. Everybody was Are those for me? But you're not even facing me. You're dead. Take that. I can't find my shoes. Learn to talk, you retard. When I was younger, I stuttered a lot. And my sisters made fun of me. But I grew wiser and learned to use it to my benefit. Like, I would break a lamp. Mira, ¿por qué quebraste la lámpara? Why did you break the lamp? Olvídate, I don't even get it anymore. My mom was the kind of lady where if anything is ever wrong with you, it's porque no comes, because you don't eat. Mom, I have a headache. And you know why you got a headache, mijo? ¿Sabes por qué? Porque no comes, because you don't eat. Mira, mijo, if you would eat all the vitamins, pues you're genius. No, Mom, that's not it. I got a headache because I was riding my bike and I hit a pothole and fell and hit my head, I think. And you know why you hit that pothole, Mom? Porque no comes. Mira, mijo, if you would have eaten, you would have seen that pothole and avoided it. And because you didn't eat, you were too weak, mijo. No, that's not it. Mom, look at me. I'm getting fat. And you know why you're getting fat? Porque no comes. Mira, mijo, if you could eat, all the food would push the fat out. And cute be skinny. As a kid, I loved coming home to listening to my dad and my uncles playing music. Because my dad, he would play the accordion, you know, my tío Valentin, he'd play the violin, you know, my tío Raúl, you know, he'd play the guitar, and they would play classic Mexican songs all through the night. Hey guys, guess what? I can play an instrument too. Mira, cochino, that's not our part. Let me show you how it's done. Amateurs. After a few years, we moved to our first house in unincorporated Schaumburg. And a lot of people don't realize that Schaumburg actually had a very close-knit Mexican community. The 12 of us were inseparable. And that community was my house. I mean, we had my family living upstairs and like Cabrala's family living in our basement. And we had one rule, which meant if you were going to take the car, you had to take 10 other people with you. And when this would happen, my mom would always partake in her favorite pastime. But senora, my water broke. Cállate, Mrs. Selfish. If we don't stop, who knows what kind of sales we miss. Besides, you can always have more babies. Vergüenza. Cada cara de calzón cagada. Oh, excuse me. How much for these plates? Well, the sticker says $10. I know. It's too much money. Well, sure, we don't need these plates. We'll take $2. God bless you. You have change for 20? In Schaumburg, there was always something different to experience. I remember I was in the 3rd grade when I first had someone hate me for the color of my skin. Hey, what are you looking at? Hindu? I'm not Hindu, I'm Mexican. That's even worse. You win this round. I had no idea what took place. I mean, racism was something new to me. So I went to my parents for guidance. What? Oh, mijo, you know why you think you're Hindu? Porque no comes. And my dad is comfortable underwear man. He would walk around the house with his tidy whities on. But his underwear were old, so they weren't even tidy. They looked like saggy diapers. crunching sound of his junk. And there were times where my sister would be folding clothes and had a hard time distinguishing between my underwear and his underwear. Hey, Pa, what's the difference between your underwear and Lupito's underwear? Mija. Es simple. See, my underwear have the stain in the back. And his have the stain in the front. He did not care who was at our house. There were times where my sister and her friends were getting ready to go clubbing. Carla, where are you chicas going? Oh, we're going to this club called Zero Gravity. Oh, you should have seen me back in the day. I would dance all night in the discotecas. Oh my God! I saw one of his huevos! Carla, those aren't huevos. Those are my disco balls. And my parents would always make us go to church, no matter what. And church was more of a game of follow the leader, because none of us knew what we were doing. Why don't you kneel down and pray so God can heal you?
God, please hurt her.
My son, I cannot grant such a wish, for you must honor your father and your mother.
Holy moly, you spoke to me. And I was honoring them. That's why I wanted you to do it. My dad didn't care what we did in church because he was always telling offensive jokes. Mira, come here. I got a yo. What? Sexual position? To raise the ugliest children. Hmm? Mira, why don't you ask your madre? Come back, Sister Marianne. After living at our house for 3 years, my dad decided it was time we take our first vacation. We went to California. When we arrived, on the expressways, they have this very offensive caution sign. They have this sign that has this Mexican man holding hand with his Mexican wife and child as they cross the border. Oh my God, Pa, do you see that? That's so racist. I know, mijo. That's so inaccurate. We all know she should have at least 7 kids in the picture. Proof of how inaccurate that was when we went to my aunt's house. And at my aunt's house, I discovered I was related to every Mexican in California. One of my aunts had 9 kids. Another one had 11. Another one had 13. Another one had 16 kids. Their uteruses were like circus clown cars. And when we arrived, we were the freaks of nature because my mom only had 4 kids. So we walked through the door. Hey, where's the rest of them? That's your tia Socorro. She only has 4 kids. Only 4? That's Hispanically impossible. And my tia Kika, she was very comfortable with herself. Sometimes I wonder if she forget that she was in the room with somebody else. So tia, what was it like to raise 16 kids?
Mijo, it was a lot of work. I had to cook a lot. I had to clean a lot. Hey, why are you looking on the floor, huh? Is the mouse back, huh? Anyway, Manuel, he was the easiest. Ay, Dios mío, but he siempre comía los mocos, man. He was a good. Hey, look at me when I'm talking to you, sin respeto.
Now, where are my pajamas? While we were in California, we celebrated one of my cousin's birthdays. In Mexican culture, we celebrate birthdays by breaking up piñata. What we would do is we'd line up the children from smallest to largest and have each one just take whacks at the piñata until candy came out. But when that first piece of candy would come out, all mayhem would break loose. You know why I didn't get that candy? Porque no comes. When we arrived back to Schaumburg, everything just seemed different. Because in California, I was constantly around people of the same ethnicity. Back home, I was a minority. And my friends would always remind me, "Hey Lupe, why don't you go mow my lawn?" Yeah, high five, knuckles. Yeah, very funny. Yeah, sure, I'll go mow your lawn after you finish picking up your cousin from your family reunion. Yeah, those jokes were funny at times, but they grew tired after a while. Now, because I was always around people other than my own nationality, I felt like I was losing my identity. I didn't know who I was supposed to be. So I started using references in television and in entertainment to tell me what it meant to be Mexican. And some of those influences were movies like Blood In, Blood Out, Stand and Deliver, music by Kid Frost, all of them which depicted Latinos as being tough, violent, cholo gang members. So I figured, I need to be one of those. So I went up to this guy, Puppet, who went to my school, to see if I could join his gang.
What makes you think you're tough enough to be one of us?
Well, you gotta be tough where I'm from, and I could use soldiers like you to have my back.
Ooh, we live in Schaumburg. Ain't nothing tough about Schaumburg.
No, man. I'm from the streets too. Streets of Woodfield. Unincorporated side. Whatever, home. Schaumburg, wait. No, it's unincorporated Schaumburg. See, there's a big difference between regular Schaumburg and unincorporated Schaumburg. See, because those sissies at regular Schaumburg, they drink filtered water through their faucets. Unincorporated Schaumburg, we use well water. It's a hard life knowing that every week you gotta go to Jewel and buy a big old block of salt and load it into the water softener. Man, I swear, living in unincorporated Schaumburg is just like living in the ghetto. Only a lot better. Hey, vato, how about this? You can be one of us. If you take this kind of spray paint, and spray paint your name all over that wall. Oh, man, I would love to, but the fumes make me nauseous. You know, and if I do that, I will pass out, and the cops are gonna come, and they're gonna link me to you when they find my body, and then we're all gonna get in trouble. Good thinking, home. I like you because you're smart. Okay, vato. You can be one of us. If you let us kick the crap out of you for Dan Meanness. Oh man, that sounds great too, but see, I'm a hemophiliac, you know, and one bruise will cause me to bleed to death. And then the cops will come and they're gonna find my body and then link me to you, and then we'll all get in trouble. You are a genius. Vato, you can join our gang if you pick your nose and eat it. No, forget it. I don't want to associate myself and my voters with you savages. It's not worth it. I'm out of here. This scene is over. So, being in a gang didn't work out. But what I learned eventually was my identity is not something that I find. It's something that I create. I didn't need the media telling me who I am supposed to be. My only obligation is developing my talents and using the gifts that God made me. But I wouldn't figure that out till later in life. But regardless, I still felt more comfortable hanging out with other minorities. Like my black friend Ishko. I like Ishko because he was a lot like me, only darker. A lot darker. Like patent leather black. And what we would do is we'd hang out with our white friends and we'd play, you know, video games at their house. And one day we were about to do precisely that. And on our way, I was wearing my brand new Bulls starter jacket. He wanted to wear it, so I let him. On our way, there was this group of little white kids that started throwing rocks at us. And one of them hit Ishko in the shoe. You don't hit a black man's shoe. So the little kids took off, which was pointless because they forgot to realize that Ishko was black. So he used his superhuman black speed to catch him. What's your What's your problem? Don't you know better than to hit a black man's shoes? I'm sorry, it won't happen again. See, better not happen again. Now get out of here. So we played video games, and it was dinner time, so I had to leave. Well, it turns out that boy told his dad that this guy wearing a Bulls starter jacket was threatening him. spank? Huh? You like harassing kids, huh? You like harassing kids? It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Shut the fuck up, you wetbag. My son told me that there was a guy wearing a bull starter jacket that was threatening, now I'm gonna fucking beat your ass. It wasn't me, I swear. Stop lying, I'm gonna fucking trap your dick off and stick it on a pole. Ask your son. I swear it wasn't me. Kyle, was this the guy that was threatening you?
No, the guy that did it was black.
See? Aren't you gonna apologize? Fuck you. You know what? I don't even fucking like it. Why don't you go back to high school? I was in a rage. I mean, who spits at a 7th grader? I remember just feeling like I wanted to burn his house down. I mean, yeah, I get it. There was a misunderstanding, but why did race have to be brought into the picture? You know, I was just so angry. I remember I never felt so small my whole life. You know, I remember at that time, I always felt beneath all my white friends. You know, because they set the standard culturally that I had to live up to. And I could never meet that standard. For example, I was always jealous of my friend Kirk because he had everything. Like, he had color televisions in every room with a remote control and cable that he paid for. I had black and white televisions that my mom purchased at garage sales that you had to use the pliers to change the channel and aluminum foil for reception. Kurt had Sega Genesis with hundreds of games and the turbo remote controls. We eventually got the Nintendo NES system with the Super Mario Duck Hunt combo pack. Kirk had this huge swimming pool with this wooden deck and all these awesome flotation devices. My swimming pool was a sprinkler. And when I would speak with Kurt, he would always say, "Oh yeah," in his sentences. Hey Kurt, is this 7 serving 3?
Oh yeah. Kick your butt. Well, not for long.
Playboys? Hustlers? Porn videos? Kurt, are these your dads?
Oh yeah. He's a perv.
We watched those videos a lot. You know, and we would, like, when we watched those videos, it was me, Eric, and Tim would go to his house every morning. And what we do is we'd grab pillows and put them over our privates.
some? Oh no. Get it yourself. Kurt, we're your guests. Yeah, Kurt, we're your guests. Yeah, Kurt, we're your guests.
So, after watching those videos for a while, I kind of got tired of them and went back to playing backyard sports. We played football the most, and I started to get really good at it. So, I went out for the team and made it. But, for it to be official, I had to pass the physical.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez, I'm going to need you to pull down your pants, and I'll be right back so I can check you for hernia.
Why are you so small right now? We haven't gone swimming.
Because I'm scared.
Scared of what? You're embarrassing me. Come on.
Stop yelling at me. You've changed.
All right, fine. If you can't do it, I'll do it myself. Big boobs, Cindy Crawford, 69. Come on, plump up.
No, you can't make me. Can't you see? The doctor turned us against each other.
Okay, fine. I'll just do it myself.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
All right, Mr. You're doing it all wrong.
I passed the physical, and I was on the team. In football, we'd have what's called two-a-day practices, where we would have practice in the morning, grab something to eat, then practice some more. We were doing that, and the first day, when I was eating my sandwich, this racist dude named Sam throws water in my face.
Hey, what are you looking at, Spick?
Dude, what's your problem?
Sit your ass down.
When he pushed me, this herd of 200-pound linemen just surrounded me.
What are you gonna do now, huh? What are you gonna do now?
Nothing. Sam and his lineman friends would get ready for practice by putting on their Confederate flag bandanas underneath their helmets. And the coaches ignored it. They just turned a blind eye and let it happen because it was okay. But as unfair as that was, I wasn't going to let this discourage me. So I started to work harder and harder at my skills as a wide receiver and became the best receiver on the team. But what I found was that with talent comes recognition and acceptance, even from your enemies.
Hey, good practice.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, man, good practice. Hey, my parents are leaving for Wisconsin on Saturday. I have some friends over for some drinks. You wanna come?
I remember thinking to myself, so you call me a spick, throw water in my face, and now you want me to be your friend? So I looked him in the eye and told him what any proud Latino would say. Yeah, I'll be there. I completely sold out. But I wanted to be popular, you know, I wanted to be accepted. What was interesting is how it takes a minority to be exceptional at something to almost be looked at as equal. I mean, why couldn't we be accepted because we went to the same school or even played on the same team? That was something still raging. You know, and I remember always just looking at girls and checking them out and trying to figure out why they are so hot. There is something about Jill's personality that's really attractive. Oh, I know, her tits. And I also noticed that there was a double standard, like in gym class. Girls can get away with everything. Don't interrupt, rude. Hi, how you doing, Mr. McCormick? I was just wondering if I could sit out this class, it's that time of the month. Sure, go ahead. I couldn't do that. I couldn't be like, hey, Mr. McCormick, is it cool if I just not participate this time? Today's my heavy flow day. As high as my hormones were, they were about to be extinguished when my parents found out that my sister Lucy got pregnant her senior year of high school by her black boyfriend. Now, my parents aren't racist, but they have a cultural preference. So, my sister went to her best friend Harley and Chris's house and called me to break the news to my mom. Mom, Kenny got Lucy pregnant. No! 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 I can't! I know why. ¿Por qué no comes? No, Mom, it's okay. A lot of girls get pregnant while they're in high school. No, you don't understand. I'm not mad that she's pregnant. I'm mad that it was with the negrito. Mom, it's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. You know what? It's dinner time. Let's just grab something to eat, and I'm sure after that, everything's gonna be better. Why is your mom crying, huh? Because Kenny got Lucy pregnant. What? Get my rifle, le voy a matar! No, Pa, calm down. No, you know what? Let's just relax, take a deep breath. I mean, I was about to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken to grab some dinner for Mom. Do you want to come with me? Kentucky Fried Chicken at a time like this? Good idea. It's probably where ese negrito's hiding. The following day, everything settled down, and our family embraced a new addition to the family. My sister gave birth to our first niece, Jasmine, and a few months later she got pregnant again with my second beautiful niece, Jaleesa. Their father manned up and joined the military, joined the army, and he was stationed in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, where he took the family. Now, after all this stress, my dad decided that we need a vacation. So we went on a trip to Mexico. So we took this plane all the way to Mexico, and when it arrived, they lost my luggage. So we had to take a bus 5 hours to my grandparents' rancho. And this bus was hot and tight packed with different animals everywhere. And in Mexico, I'm a giant. So the bus, my feet were cramped the whole time on these bumpy trips up this mountain. And at the halfway point, we we stopped in this small town called Villa Madero. There, we would grab something to eat, stretch our legs, and use the washroom. Now, the difference between Mexican bathrooms and American bathrooms is over in Mexico, you gotta pay for toilet paper. Bob, how am I supposed to clean with just this little piece of paper? Mijo, there is a trick. Let me show you. What you do is you grab the paper, mira, you stick your finger through, you wipe, and then you clean it off. I'll just hold it. And my dad's hometown, it was beautiful. You know, they had like mountains, rivers, animals, it was gorgeous. And, you know, there was my abuelita there to greet us. You know, and she was 4'11". But she had the biggest hands I had ever seen on a woman.
Oh, hijo, so good to see you. ¿Cómo estás?
Holy crap. See, my grandfather had a different personality. He was just a lot more fun.
Mijo, ven pa' acá, dame un abrazo, give me a hug. Ay, caray. Smell like culo and nalgas.
Abuelita, they lost my luggage. I don't have any deodorant, and I'm wearing the same clothes.
Oh, don't worry, mijo. I will let you borrow some of my clothes here. Take this.
My grandfather gave me the gayest looking outfit I had ever seen. He gave me this shirt that said New Jersey in hot pink. And it had an outline of the state in neon orange. And he gave me these skin tight blood pants that gave me the worst case of male camel toe. It looked like I had a front butt.
Oh, mijo, qué guapo. Chicas here are going to love you. Mira the front bucket.
And their ranch was very third world-like. They didn't have plumbing or television or electricity. Hey, Abuelito, I want to take a bath. Where's the bathroom? Ah, menso. You don't have a bathroom. Go to the river, that's your bathroom. Get you gallo. Next thing you know, he'll want free toilet paper. So I jumped to the river, cleaned myself, came back, and it was time for dinner. Abuelito, what are we having?
Oh, mijo, I want to give you one chicken soup. I said, where I go? But I need you to go get the chickens.
No problem. Let's go. Do you have money? And so, we don't buy the chicken, we catch it.
Talk to my hand. My enormous hand, talk to it. Here, now you take it.
I don't know what to do with this. Here, Bob. humbling experience. When I came back, I started to appreciate everything that I had because my grandparents, you know, they lived in true poverty. And me, I was just spoiled. But when I came back though, I was about to be humbled even more. It was second period consumer ed class when I found out what happened to my friend Chris Stanzak. See, Chris was my sister's best friend. And since he was always over, I got to spend a lot of time with him. And he became like Superman to me. You know, I wanted to walk like him, talk like him. He was popular, good at sports. He was everything that I wanted to be. Wait, what? Hold up, Derek. Did you say something about Chris? It's like, yeah, do you know him? Yeah, he went to Oklahoma to visit my sister over spring break. You didn't hear? On his way back, he got into a car accident this morning. He's dead. God, I want to take the time to pray for Chris. Please allow him to go to heaven. I also want to pray for his family, God. Please let them overcome and deal with the suffering that they're going through. But God, why do you do stuff like this? He was only 18.
My son, you do not have to worry about Chris, for he has taken on a different form, but continues to be a part of eternity, just as you are right now. I have also started my work on the lives of those whom you mentioned, and will be there for those who seek me. For seek, and you shall find. Ask, and it shall be given unto you. Knock, and the door will be opened.
God, that doesn't answer anything.
My son, what you seek requires a process to fully understand, and that process begins with reading my word. Eat from its wisdom, and you will overcome anything you face. I am the bread of life. He who comes to me will never go hungry, and he who believes in me will never be thirsty.
After just spoken to God, I became fully motivated to disregard everything he said and break dance with midgets. See, in high school, I was part of this breakdancing crew called the Midget Group. We called ourselves the Midgets because all of us were under 5'5". Except for me, I was a freak of nature. I was a really tall midget. And I never quite mastered all of the power moves, you know, like head spins, helicopters, air flares. So in battles, I was the decoy. I always made it seem like I was gonna do something spectacular.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So much the scenario. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So much the scenario. Hey, yo, roll no stick, roll no flat, roll no jack. Smoke can't rap, but what do you know? The dinner all gets first up to that. No batteries included and no strings attached. No holds barred. No time for move faking. Got to get the loot so I can bring home the bacon. Brothers front, they say the top can't float, but we did to be impossible like one great joke. So sleep if you want, like ooh, hook and inches each true. But here's the real truth. I'm all that and then some.
Who's this? Agent me? first job at county seat. There, I met my first girlfriend, which meant I finally had a chance of losing my virginity. And I did. And nothing in my life could have prepared me for the amount of hair she had down there. You know how some people had bush? Well, she had the whole botanical garden. So I asked her if she could maybe take care of that. What do you need? Oh, I came to get a wax. Oh, no problem. We take care of your mustache right away. I have a mustache? No, how do I put this? I want to get my bikini area wax, you know, down here. I don't understand. What do you mean? I mean, my pubic area down here. I want to get this wax. Oh, you want to get your cookie wax? No problem. We take care of you right away. Okay, have a seat. Now put on your pants. Whoa. You got a lot of hair. It looks like bonsai tree. Yoon, cancel the rest of my appointments. And bring lots of wax. Oh, you don't worry. After we get through with you, you're gonna have baby and it won't get stuck in hairy neck. She left immediately, but that didn't stop us from continuing to fool around until my mom found out and decided to confront me at the dinner table. Mom, something smells delicious. Oh, anything smells better than culo and crotch, huh? What was that? Oh, I said it's coming right up. Bitty bitty bum bum. Mom, are you okay? You seem a little touchy. Oh, Dashi! What's there? Is that when someone puts their hands all over your body and say, "Ooh, ow, spanky, what's my name?" I don't live in your world, Eric. No, Mom. Touchy is just another word for sensitive. Oh, I'm sure it gets sensitive, all right. Mom, what gets sensitive? What are you talking about? Okay, let's stop beating the bush. What do you mean, beating around the bush? You tell me. When you do it, do you beat the bush or ring around the bush? Mom, how'd you find out? Don't worry how I found out. Just worry how red your nalguitas are going to be after I'm through with you. Mom, you can't hit me. I'm an adult now. Oh, and you know why you think I can't hit you, huh? ¿Sabes por qué? Why? ¿Porque no comes? No, es porque... Don't finish my sentences, menso! Oh, stay right there. You're gonna get it. Just wait and see. Everything in life was great, but all that was about to change. after another, after another, after another. It all started on Monday.
Hey, saw Mandy at a party, and she was making out with another guy.
She cheated on me?
Oh yeah. They're all over each other.
I thought I was her soulmate. Tuesday, I got a phone call from my best friend Ryan. It was man. Your dad had a brain aneurysm? Is he okay? Yeah. I can help with the funeral. On Wednesday, I started getting really sick, so I went to the doctor.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez, you do have a fever, and also the flu, and a case of bronchitis.
But I thought you were checking me for hernia. Thursday, my mom told me the news about my uncle. Nicole, your tío Jesus is dying in the hospital. Do you know why he's dying? Never mind. Friday, I got my finals back. Oi, Mr. Sanchez, come here. Here you go. You failed your final. I apologize, but you're gonna have to take the class all over again. What? But you gotta let me take it one more time. I swear, I couldn't study because I had up with the funeral and my girlfriend cheated on me and I got really sick. And I'm working triple hours at work because it's a holiday season and I apologize, but there's nothing I could do. Cheers. Saturday, I weighed myself. Oh, God, I haven't eaten all week. Haven't been sleeping. 150? But I weighed 170 on Monday. On Sunday, my friend Jason Obab saw all the depression that I had. So he invited me to the Filipino Baptist Church where I could hear God's word. And Jesus fasted for 40 days and for 40 nights. And hold on one moment, please. Hoy, I don't mean to interrupt the service, but I just got news that our friend Jason Obab, on his way to the service today, got into a car accident. He is paralyzed from the waist down. I will need everybody to hold hands right now and pray for him. I felt like I was going crazy. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't stay at home because I needed something to distract me from my thoughts, but I couldn't go out either because if I would go out, I'd hang out with my friends and I'd get them sick. There was nothing I could do. So in all my pain and depression, I looked at myself in the mirror. Why is this happening to me? My abs are nice. remember just hating what I was going through. I remember just hating me. You know, it was at that time where I first shaved my head because I wanted to be as ugly on the outside as I felt on the inside. And when I went to school, everyone had the same reaction.
Hey, Lupe, you look better bald than you do with hair.
No! No. Why can't I escape these good looks of mine? So, I went to the one source that I knew could help me. God, please stop this hell that I'm going through, Lord. Please just help me overcome this, Lord. I want to change. I want to be different, Lord. Just help me. Give me answers, please.
My son, you came to me once before, and what did I tell you?
To read the Bible, but I was going to. I just never got around to it.
Did you know that hell is filled with people that had good intentions but chose to procrastinate in taking the actions on the changes they knew to make?
So, are you saying that heaven is filled with people who were able to make that change?
Heaven is filled with people who chose to make a change towards me and my word. Do you remember Deuteronomy 30:19?
Yeah. Isn't it, he who scratches butt should not bite his fingernails?
I call heaven and earth to witness against you today that I have set before you life and death, the blessing and the curse. So choose life so that you and your descendants may prosper.
Oh, yeah, that Deuteronomy 30:19. Yeah, of course. But can I always change later?
Heaven or hell is here and now. You don't need to wait to die. If you take responsibility for your own life and your own actions, you will then have control of your own destiny, and you can live in heaven while you're still alive.
So, are you saying the hell that I'm going through is because I choose it?
We cannot always control what happens to us, but we can always control how we react to it. But if you had read my Bible and eaten from my word like I told you, you would have saved yourself a lot of pain and suffering.
That time in my life was the most difficult time I had ever experienced. There was so much darkness going on. But after learning to use my faith, I started to find different ways to let my light shine. I started to work harder in school, where I graduated with honors at Columbia College. I developed courage to start pursuing my dreams, where I got into modeling and acting, and I've been in billboards and movies and magazines. Then I went after my real dream, which was comedy. And there I started my sketch comedy group and started doing stand-up, and I've toured different states doing what I love. And all this wouldn't have been possible had I not learned how to use faith through God's word, which is really nourishing.
Yes, it is nourishing, and I hope you finally understand that everything bad that has ever happened to you in your life happen. Porque no comes.
Man, thank you. Thank you guys for coming out. This was the finale. Thank you guys for coming out. I had a question for you guys. How many of you guys actually realized that throughout the whole show, Porque no comes was actually a metaphor for God's word? From the beginning.
Halfway through.
I saw the show already.
Yeah.
Eat from the word.
So, yeah, remember metaphors English class?
You caught me, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit deeper meaning throughout. And you know, I appreciate you guys being able to look through the window of my life and kind of allow me to share with you guys a couple things that you guys may not have known that are real personal to me. You know that Spanish music that was going on. You know, when I was dancing with my uncles. That's my real uncles actually playing music. And,
Cool.
And it's close to me because when my uncles passed away, so you know when I do the show, I get to hear his voice every single time.
That's awesome. That's
And then even my friend Chris, you know, he passed away, but
He did?
yeah. And then I get to, you know, tell everybody how great he was.
Yeah.
And so, I love doing this show. I get to relive certain aspects of my life, the good and the bad, and also the thing that forced me to change, you know, and forced me to develop my faith. And I'm glad I was able to share it with you guys. But yeah, this is pretty much it. This is the finale. You know, I love you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. There'll be a sequel. Thank you. Good job, man.
Speak to me, and let it in.
My name is Lupe Sanchez, and this show, Porque no Comes, is my one-man show. It is based on my mom's philosophy in life, which is that anything that is ever wrong with you happens because you don't eat. It's a comedy, it's embellished, it's exaggerated, it's got a spiritual twist, it'll make you laugh, cry, and probably sprinkle yourself. A big influence for the show was John Leguizamo's Freak. I also admire Tyler Perry's style of comedy because it adds a spiritual element, as well as Christopher Titus and his ability to find humor through pain. So I wanted to create something that encompasses all those figures and their style of comedy to create this. I started writing it maybe back in 2008, 2009, and it's been running since late 2010, 2011 till today. A lot of writing. The first script was 100 pages. I had to cut it down to 24. So there's a lot of material that didn't make the show, and it was hard. It was a lot of rehearsal, a lot of memorization, constant changes. No two shows were the same. We added audio editing, we added lighting, different props. So it was a lot of work, you know. Is for the people. There's something about entertaining. There's something within me that likes being in front of people. And I don't want to be like other comedians that just go out there and tell jokes. I want people to walk away with a message, with being inspired. I want them to be better human beings for watching my show when they came in. So I try to take what my experiences, but also kind of see it through their eyes to make it as relatable as possible, and hopefully they walk away with something that they could take home with. The show's about unexpected things that happen, and through the production of this show, I had to deal with bad weather, being sick,
you know, switching tech people, switching stages, you name it. There was a lot of drama. And so I guess it's kind of, the material in the show is evident throughout its production as well. Expect the unexpected and be ready for it, but at the same time, nothing in life is ever that serious. It was the one show I did in the suburb, and everything went perfect. Like, that never happened. I was like, what? I mean, the crowd was awesome, the tech was on point, there was no issue to deal with. It's just, I gotta do more gigs in the suburbs. The people that I want to thank for Porque No Comes is Oliver Aldape. He's the guy that first directed the show. He's the one that I came with a 100-page script, and when I read it to him, ended up being, he sat through about 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. Poor guy. John Reyes, awesome director. He helped, obviously helped tweak it a lot. Jimmy Chung, who was a big part in just helping me out with a lot of the small things. Ow! Janet Lee, who was an awesome support, randomly bring us food, so kept me healthy. Porque no come. All the fans, the different tech people, Nosa, Joe Kane, Doug Martha, my mom for being her, my dad, my family, God, ADD, dirty underwear, tooth decay. How many things to be thankful for? I'm excited that it's my last show. Bittersweet, because it's been a long run. I'm looking to move on to something different. Thankful for the experience. I learned a lot. It's something that I could look back and tell my kids that this is something that I did and achieved. I got newspaper clippings, videos. It was a blessing to do. So looking back, I'm excited and happy that I was able to have a vision and inspiration and a thought and manifest it into reality, and really just see someone that I admire and say, I could do that, and actually do it. Thank you everybody for coming out. I know I was annoying, sending you text message, emails, Facebooks, giving you flyers, getting in your face, stalking you, watching you sleep at night. I know I was annoying. I'm sorry, but I hope for you, for those of you that actually watched it, did appreciate it, did enjoy it, did walk away with something, and that you guys are just the biggest blessing. I'm so humbled and thankful that you guys supported me, so God bless you guys. Come in. Oh, hey, come on in. This is the dressing room before the show. I was just getting my face beautified. There's beer bottles, there's loose change, there's Abraham Lincoln, stunt double. As far as how I prepare, I kind of run through my lines, get myself hyped up, throw boxing punches, pee a little, but I wear thick underwear, so it's all good. So yeah, it's very absorbent. Depends, rocks. I need to be your spokesperson because I use them and they work. And as soon as my name gets called, I come through here, open the curtain, and then, bam. And this is actually a packed house for me. I like to stretch. So a lot of people, when they come to my show, they ask, what is in Lupe's secret prop basket? Well, this is exclusive footage. There is the amazing underwear, my dad's underwear. And because I'm a method actor, that's real. Then there are my underwear. Hello! Glasses, candy, sandal, highlighter, a pen, and a Sharpie. The pen is mightier than the sword, but the Sharpie is mightier than the pen because it's permanent. Bam! What? I'm not that flexible.